Okay.
All right, so I'm going to start again. Let's start from scratch since we just did. I pushed the wrong button. So, thanks for joining The Broken Dead today. We are talking The Walking Dead for Season 10, Episode 13. And we've got some news, teasers, and speculation about what's to come for you. This is, once again, The Broken Dead. This is Dylan.
Chris.
I'm Uncle Shifty.
And thanks for joining us today, whether you're new to the show or returning. We're glad to have you along for the ride and hope you will join us live on YouTube and Facebook Live every Sunday at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon.
Dang!
So you know when we drop a new video. And podcast listeners, please leave us 5 stars in your podcast app. Check out the website at www.broken.picturesno.com.
Woo, got it. Good job, new kid.
Jeez.
So, yeah, he missed it last time. The first time we went through, y'all couldn't hear it. He missed it, and then...
Hey, they don't gotta know all that.
It was funny.
All right, let's do it.
I'm sorry you missed it. But, yeah, so we back, Walking Dead heads. We are back, and today's episode, my friends, was nuts. First, just a couple special notes. Everybody's having issues with quarantining and all that kind of stuff, so stay healthy out there. Y'all be safe. Listen to the doctors and the scientists and the people that know what they're talking about, and not your crazy neighbor down the street that says, I ain't feared of it.
Also, we're not listening to them because we're way too close.
Oh, yeah. By the way, thanks, Shay, for letting us know that we didn't have sound on.
And by the way, for y'all that don't know, just had a birthday this Thursday. 26 now.
Woo, woo, woo. Happy birthday, Chris. Woo. The real Chris.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
So there's a lot of Chris's out there, but the real Chris.
The realest.
Yep.
The illest.
Okay, hold on. All right, so this is what happened. I thought, I didn't see Walking Dead Universe news, and I thought that was the episode intro, and I was like, I'm not reading that. But, it's a super side note, because I usually don't like posting things when really bad things happen to people, because it just to me. But to everyone that's been showing support to my family and everything, thank you all for the well wishes and support and everything. For you all that don't know, my younger brother passed last week, and for my family it's been a bit rough, but through all your support and, like I said, well wishes, we are making it through, and thank you, everyone.
Yeah, I'll say a prayer for him. Appreciate it.
Back to other things.
And that's you, so I'm going to let you
segue
that.
Go ahead.
So from that, while they're over here quiet and like, oh man, I don't know what to say, you get ready, because if you haven't left by now, this is your last chance, because this is the spoiler alert. Bram, 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 bram. Don't have a sound thing, so bram, bram, bram.
We'll get there.
Oh wow, you can quit.
Well, I was the sound. I was the sound.
Sound like a chicken on
you know what? Better.
LSD. You sound like the chicken that Michonne would have saw on LSD when she was on
chicken.
LSD. Jimson weed chicken.
No, speaking of, I do like, that's what they've been, with the past couple episodes, the whole psychological stuff they've been doing.
We're going to get into that.
Oh, am I jumping ahead?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm just excited to do
this.
this.
Yeah, I hear you, new kid. I hear you.
This is
Chris's second episode, man. Second episode. Woo! So, spoiler alert if you haven't left. Too bad. All right, so, of course, we always hit up the Walking Dead Universe news right before we get into the episode. And there's a little bit going on just because of the coronavirus and all this stuff going on. Of course, you guys know a couple weeks ago they had to stop production on season 11 of the Walking Dead Prime show because of, obviously, a lot of productions, TV shows, movies are getting shut down right now, theatrical productions, museums, what?
Also, yeah, I'm not working right now. Side note, I thought until like now. Like at one point in time I did think like they make the episodes as the season was going on and like shovel them out. I was like, well, that makes sense. It makes more sense for them to like to do it all at once and then put it out. But now that I know that production got shut down, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, well, the I don't think they started filming just yet, but they were ready to because they usually film over the summer.
Okay.
Because they always talk about how hot it is in Atlanta and everything. Maybe Angela Kang, as new showrunner, is trying to bump it up a little bit while it's still cool or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the Walking Dead World Beyond show that was set to air right after the season finale on the 12th has now been pushed back indefinitely. So it just says later this year. So that show and also Fear has been shut down production because just this new show is supposed to reveal a lot going forward. I mean, obviously tonight's episode leads into that as well. There's 3 episodes left in this season, so things are winding down, and they were ready to kick that off, like immediately get into that. So as you know, anybody that's ever done a magic trick or watched a movie, like the reveal, it's very, very delicate on how you handle it, and when you reveal certain things, and the timing is a big deal. So that I was seeing online that's why a lot of people, and I agree, that's why they're shutting down all the productions, because they don't want one to get ahead of the other and still keep that reveal timing the way they need it. That way you're not
continuity in check.
Yeah, exactly. So you're not watching one, you're like, whoa, hey, what? That didn't happen on here yet, and the timelines are already screwed up.
Okay, that's a note for me.
Yeah. Hey, while we got all this time down, we could go back and catch up on Fear. It's on Hulu.
No, I'm good, thanks.
I have to go. I'm only like a season or 2 behind before they get into the CRM, which is a big deal going forward with all this, especially World Beyond. In fact, there was a teaser that just came out this week that revealed that the CRM, like everybody thought that it was like one name for each community, like the monument, whatever these the Commonwealth, and another one, Rich. But turns out it actually means the Civil Republic Army or military. Ooh. Yeah, it's not an A, it's an M.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, did you watch that teaser I sent?
Oh, I didn't have a chance to.
Okay, that's fine.
But I did read a little story about it, so I did see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in that teaser, they reveal like the main dude that was on The Talking Dead a couple weeks ago, that's supposed to be like the new Rick-ish type character. Like he's from the north for like legit. Yeah. But they're from the campus colony of Omaha, so they're from Nebraska. And he has the accent. Yeah. So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. And he doesn't look anything like he did when he was on the show either, all clean cut and everything. Like he looks Rickish. Rickish, that's a word thing now. So I'm excited about that. And also somebody mentioned on the video when, because the lady in the black jacket that is like the military head or whatever showed up, and they had kind of had like a meeting or whatever. And one of the main character girls, like her father's the one that's missing or something, and she's wanting them to do something about it, but they're not going to. So she was standing in the back and just kind of flipped the lady the bird, and she saw it and got choked up a little bit and kept going. It was pretty funny. But I am kind of interested to see where they're going to go with it. Like I said before, I thought that it was going to be just kind of like a Twilight-y type.
Twilight-y type.
Yeah, like the whole Riverdale, all this kind of stuff. The teenage angsty type stuff. But I mean, it seems to be more geared to, like the teenagers, like, I don't know. I mean, at the same time, teenagers were also like fighting Vietnam at that age. Mm-hmm. So it's like, maybe it could be more in tune with the actual, Prime universe. So I'm kind of liking it.
I'm so happy you think that, but the poster of it is nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like the poster of it is all 4 of them jumping with a weapon in their hand and like, here's some powder paint, here's some more powder paint.
That's true.
Green powder paint.
That's true. Yeah, that's why I was thinking it was going to be all teeny bopper type thing. I can't believe how old I am saying teeny bopper.
Teeny bopper.
What?
Like, I just don't know how else to like
Yeah.
1950s. Hey, cool kids, like that type of teenage bullcrap.
So for the ones that don't know, you want to give a description of
Teeny bopper?
Yeah.
It's just a stupid teenage.
That's just
like thing.
really. I never heard of
I
it
don't know.
before.
You never heard that? It's
No,
like
it's like cattywampus. That's like the second new. That's like the second new word I done learned this year. Cattywampus and. What was that? Yeah. Okay.
I think that was Quin's word last week.
Cattywampus?
Didn't you say that?
Did I say that?
I don't know.
I don't know either anymore.
I don't know. Moving on. I mean, brought to you today by Teeny Bopper and Cattywampus. So tonight's,
No.
I think we do that every week. Like, So yeah, obviously tonight was Denai Guerrera's supposed last episode as Michonne on The Walking Dead Prime, and it was a big deal. I personally thought it was pretty awesome. But I think I speak for all of us. We echo the sentiments of Norman Reedus, just saying we're really gonna miss her on the show. One of the very best characters in the entire series, aside from Rick, of course. But I mean, it's kind of like this episode. I guess we'll go. Well, you could go do the season intro before I try to rate it. I'm getting excited too.
Getting ahead of ourselves.
All right, so episode 13, What We Become. Michonne takes Virgil back to his mysterious island. Wait, you made a face. Why'd you make a...
It was like a bum bum
Oh,
bum.
okay. Mysterious island.
Zoinks.
To reunite with his family. In exchange, Virgil promises weapons that could change the tide of the Whisperer's war.
Dum dum dum.
Jinkies.
Zoinks, guys!
Scoob. All right, so you want to rate the episode? We'll start on that end. Last week you made me go first, but we usually start with you.
Fine, yeah. So I'm gonna rate this 10 grown man Judas talking to Michonne out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a strong 9.5 LSD trips.
I was gonna say 10 Jemson weeds. This was like a phenomenal episode. Like
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago, I said, "Oh, episode 11 was an 11." This one just set the standard again. This is the best episode I've seen in a long time. Even like I dare say that it was better than the Rick exit episode. Like it was right up there with it, if not better. Like it was. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
It was really good.
And I didn't see any of the teasers like I usually see or any of that kind of stuff. So I just took it as it was.
I didn't see any teasers for it either. Besides the one of like her holding up against the wall and like the sword right there. I saw like, I was like, oh, well, she's gonna kill him, but she didn't. But the way the episode, are we getting to the episode now?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. The way the episode began, I was like, oh, this is cool. They're showing a little flashback, kind of like the way they did with Rick. And then she looked and walked away, and I was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
It's a third timeline. Let's go.
So, yeah, like there has been teasers out there from high heads of The Walking Dead, or I don't know how to say that, but people that are high up in The Walking Dead.
The higher
authority.
powers?
Yes, the higher powers in The Walking Dead. Thank you. And that have said that it's going to get sci-fi. And so I was like, oh shit, we just went into alternate timelines.
Yeah.
Sort of. Which
Sort
was
of.
still we're really cool.
Yeah.
Like, even though it was on The Walking Dead, like, but it fit in, like, they didn't change anything. It wasn't like adding time travel to Star Wars or anything like that. It was, I mean, it was legitimate. Like, it made sense within that realm. And I loved the hell out of it.
Like the fact of Michonne not saving Angela all those years ago.
Andrea.
Whatever.
He knows he just watched all those episodes.
Whatever. She's also dead now.
Yeah. Well, in the Jemson weed alternate.
In the alternate timeline of Michonne's Happy Day Tripsy.
Oh my gosh.
Tripsy Happy Day? Tripsy Happy Day.
He wasn't too happy. But,
We saw Michonne not help her, Daryl not help Michonne, and then Michonne find herself letting some little piggies in, which honestly she killed Glenn. If like
No. Killed her. She killed Michonne.
no, like when they were coming in there and they were like stabbing people in the neck and everything.
Oh
and
no!
she,
So
like,
he killed Laura. Like for some reason, Laura was there.
huh?
Yeah.
Wait, when?
Barcode.
Like he killed her, but they were going to get the next person.
But they didn't show who it was. It could have been anybody. I thought. I didn't.
She
think it
pulled
was
the
Glenn.
covers. So
But no, because Glenn was at the thing. She didn't kill Glenn. He was at the.
I didn't see him at the thing.
Did
No, I saw like Rick, Maggie, Carl, Abraham, Rosita, what's his name, Eugene, and then
you talking about the whole Negan scene? Yeah, and Aaron.
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
What? I didn't even notice. Like that's crazy.
She killed Glenn in that timeline and then escaped after they still, they thought they killed Negan after the last dude said, "I am Negan." She escaped. They showed up at the Negan scene, and then Negan was like, "You want the sword? You want the bat? You want the sword? I want the bat." And then, yeah.
So, but like, I don't know. That blows my mind because.
I mean,
Dude, if one of the Saviors would have killed Glenn, do you honestly think they would have ended up on their knees? I say no. They would have ravaged through that entire place and destroyed everybody.
They did, but she escaped, and because she escaped, she wanted revenge.
No, I meant the sanctuary. They would have blown the sanctuary.
They didn't know it existed
bits.
yet then.
Really?
Yeah, because they thought
right.
that compound was it. Like they thought that was everything.
But I'm saying I don't know. That changes everything because Maggie was pregnant, and that's how they got caught because they were trying to get her to the doctor at Hilltop, right?
But at the end of it all, we still saw how Michonne died in that.
She
killed two. Yeah, she killed two of the people.
Insane.
Yep.
Yeah.
Daryl put the bolt in her chest,
And Rick.
and then Rick came up. No words. Bah!
Yeah, just the trip sequence.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. I was like, Rick's back on The Walking Dead. And Glenn, when I first saw Glenn and Heath, I was like, no, my heart.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was Andrea in the beginning. I was like, it looks like Andrea's like, what? They brought her back? They brought some people back for this episode? It was
we
really
got
nice.
Laura, who just died like a couple episodes ago. DJ was back. So I mean,
Sadiq was back.
Sadiq, dude, that whole sequence was nuts.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was Oh man, what about Coco? What about my family? Oh my gosh, man, this is pulling at the heartstrings the entire freaking episode.
I think if there's ever a zombie apocalypse, I'm gonna be sober. I don't need to trip during the apocalypse.
Except that she's vomiting in the bucket like all right after he, drugs her and everything. He hands her a glass of water. What'd she do? Thank you. He's like, oh no, I would have broke that over his head. I would not be taking anything because the first time all she did was like take a bite of the apple or something.
Yeah,
she ate all her food. Like she ate all the food. Like if you look at the tray, like as she's leaving, it's just the apple core there.
Well, except that like she started like having weakness and being off like once she got in that room though.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he was like smoking it into the vents or what.
Or something, because she was way too weak, and then she asked the folks next door, who for a good minute I thought were
but
not
speaking
real.
of the people next, they were too calm and collected. They were too friendly. They were hey, we were trying to get in touch with you over there.
White people. They had just accepted their fate, and they were there. They were just like, okay, guys,
let's make the best of it.
Yeah, she sounds black.
She sounds
when you kill him,
and it's like, he has to die. Like they were just like, well, we're stuck here, but hey, you gonna get him? No, we believe in you. Like what? Like, I don't know. I guess because they were all. And how did they all get in a room? They're just together, and she's in the cell by herself.
You need your strength if you're gonna kill him.
Right?
What?
Like they had already figured out. Like, oh, this one.
I didn't think they were real,
can't.
or I thought they were with him, and they were just like kind of put there.
Yeah, so he must have tricked them somehow too. I don't know how he got them all in there. So maybe
I was
making them
tricked.
trip balls and kind of threw them in there or something.
You know, Quin said it's The Walking Dead. Ain't nothing ever happy once before, right? I don't know why I thought Virgil could be trusted.
Why did you think that?
I don't know. Like there was nothing. There was nothing that went in my head on high alert that was like, Michonne, stay where you at. Nah. I was like, yeah, Michonne, go with him. Get these weapons.
I know that's not the same actor from Lost, but it's the same guy. Like the same character type. I knew there's something shady about this guy.
Yeah.
I should have known his name was Virgil.
He got.
I played Devil May Cry. Can't trust a Virgil.
There's a movie where there was a Virgil dude and he was black.
And
He was also a drug dealer, I think.
Of course he was. Quin.
So I think you can't trust him. He died in the end, but yeah. No. Once like she went, I had like a little bit of optimism. I was like, oh, this will be okay. And then time went by. Time went by because they had to shoot out of order for Denai Guerrera. But
Yeah, Sadiq still had his long hair, and he's cut that a long time ago.
yeah. But once they got there and stuff looked kind of abandoned, I was like, yep, this dude's either A, crazy, or B, it's a trap.
Yeah.
So
As soon as she pulled that knife or the katana out, I was like, that's when you should have cut him down because you knew that he was already lying to you.
yep. But she was like, I gotta see where it goes. I need the weapons.
And then
Yeah.
stuck
She
in a
saved his
cage.
ass. Saved him.
Saved
After
him.
I need you to help me with my family. It's like, my babies. And she, what about her babies? You know, I was like, what about he dragged her away for her family, lied to her.
So he could get to the room where his family was.
He
But
seemed kind of surprised though to see him hanging when they walked into the room. He seemed kind of surprised, like he wasn't expecting them to be hanging.
That looked like was like a mass suicide or something.
Yeah.
That was dark. But that also kind of gave like started Michonne on the Gandalf Gollum kind of treatment where she's like, what was the Gandalf say? Like, can you give it to him?
it was that was rough. I'm kind of happy they didn't show like everybody's heads and stuff. The feet hanging down enough, and then Virgil walking over, putting his wife's shoe back on her foot. I'm like, oh, good God.
Yeah, there was a lot of tear jerkers in this episode.
And can I just say that it is the freaking apocalypse, and people are the most faithful. Like, people will be dead for years, and it's like, I don't need nobody else. It's like,
You know what? All because they had to change that after Lori. All right, I ain't gonna lie. I was glad when Lori died. Everybody's like, "Oh, but she thought Rick was dead." I don't care. She should have made sure. She should have went and double checked. Got with his best friend. She got what she deserved.
with his best friend.
Yeah, best friend.
What? I've never.
I'm
done
just
this.
saying that if I ever die, make sure.
You're single and alone.
Oh my gosh. They've known each other for a long, long time. Just
That
get you up
hurt.
to speed.
That cut deep. Shay, if you're watching this, divorce him.
So yeah, Michonne, they're back and they're got the graves and everything, and he's putting the flowers down. Flowers every day, and and so Michonne is getting pissed, and she's like, "We gotta go look right now." And he pulls the whole "sun's getting real low" trick on her.
It's all right, big guy. It's coming on down. All right.
It's like, what is that? Dang.
Now you what?
Lose the character that does that.
Black Widow? Or no, not that.
Yeah, the
This
Australian guy.
Crocodile Dundee.
Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah, the way he talked is so calm and like,
was.
yeah, it made me a little
He
unnerving.
did a great job too. Like, I can't remember the actor's name. I've seen him in other stuff, but dude, like when he was talking to her, it was pitiful enough to make you have compassion on him.
Mm-hmm.
But then when he shut that door, it was just like, I trusted you. You had to ruin it. It's like, that guy, I want to kill that guy now.
It's like went from "Do you want a hug?" to "Let me stab you."
Yeah.
He even said, I can't let you out because I know you're going to kill me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Here you go. Here's some food. Enjoy your food.
Like, he was like the nicest
Psychopath.
that I've ever seen anywhere. Like,
He was just disturbed.
yeah. Like, he was hurt. He was broken. He was everything under the sun that was just not good.
Also, jumping
broke.
slightly forward, once everybody got out, I'm sorry, Dylan, but white people,
I made a racial reference earlier.
white people smooth just straight up. Okay, fine, we'll let them live.
What?
They, I told you
Like-
they had accepted their fate.
Man, I'm sorry. They was sipping from that Kool-Aid too. All
my
right,
God.
like they was too calm. Like even for somebody that
Michonne- sorry.
wouldn't have been locked up in a cell, and it's a zombie apocalypse. Why are y'all so optimistic about things? Like y'all are in a cell for one. There's zombies
How
everywhere.
long?
People are dead, and y'all are just like.
Everybody they know was dead.
Yeah. And they're just playing rock, paper, scissors. Like, who's going to eat this apple? Oh, it's my turn to trip. Oh, I want to trip this time. Like, what? They all just taking turns tripping in the cell.
Here's the plan.
Maybe that's
Here's
why
the
they were so
plan.
calm. He just broke them down with all the tripping.
Let's trip and we
Some
all get naked.
mushrooms.
See what happens.
And you know what? Honestly, hey, if I'm in that situation, like I said with Alfred and Negan, hey, I go 7 years locked up in a cell.
Alpha starts to look good
Hey,
after a while.
I'm saying, with that mask on, oddly, it kind of turns me on.
No.
I got a hand and I will
Ron Burgundy
make
says
a
no.
salve.
Got a hand? You gonna put one of them zombie hands on your hand, make it feel weird, make it feel real?
because you can end up like this is how that's gonna go down. You use a zombie hand I cannot use a zombie hand to do the thing, and like it turns out the zombie ends up still having nails, and like you accidentally scratch yourself, and now you gotta cut your dick off, or you're gonna get infected and turn into a zombie.
Can we say that?
So by the way,
Sorry.
listen, no. He said dick. Remember
he said
the other
dick?
day he
Oh,
said
yeah, he said
yeah,
dick.
he said yeah, you're a real dick. He was talking to Beta.
Are you talking about Negan?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So if they say it on the show, we're gonna say it on here. It's the same rating as whatever show we're reviewing. Just FYI, okay? So
yeah, good thing Negan's on the show
if
now,
you can
right?
watch it on that show, you can put up with it here too.
Yep.
I mean, if you can watch people mass suicide graves and people's head getting cut off,
And bashed in.
then yeah, grow up.
You can handle it.
That was cool. Yeah, so yeah, while she's tripping balls, they have the same conversation 3 times.
Yes.
And
that.
yeah, man, big guilt on Michonne's end. This is how it feels to be in your family. Gee, that was
Hey,
like
that was just a
heart-wrenching right
regular
there.
cough, by the way. Just a regular cough, promise.
You want a cough drop?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I brought the coffee filters in case you need them.
Do.
I just want to
Yep.
say, jumping off real quick, I've seen a lot of people walking around with those hospital masks on. Look, back in the day, people made fun of Michael Jackson for it. If he was around now,
Dude, he would not be seen. He would be.
I was ahead of my time. It's okay.
It's like, everybody come to my house.
It's okay, everybody. It's
Quarantine
fine.
in my
Here,
house.
quarantine with me. Let's be fun.
I would.
Man, we're getting off track.
Come within the day.
You were not alone. Yes. Go ahead, Michael. All right, my bad. Back to the walk.
Man.
Quarantine together.
Wow.
I hope Michael's family doesn't see this.
Wow. One of my favorite Michael Jackson pop culture references is in the Lego Batman movie where the orphan kids are singing. They're like, shame on, shame on. Oh my gosh. All right, so
Speaking.
yeah. Oh man, just I'm still reeling over like seeing Rick back in the episode, like in full.
Yeah.
Man,
I like how they went back and like you can tell like I guess what reshot the scenes, like bringing everybody back to reshoot.
oh, she
old
leads up in his
scenes.
face. Oh man,
I'm sorry, yeah, an alternate version of Michonne.
bad.
She would have had to die a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I kind of get it. If she would have ran into Negan the way that she did and everything, I could understand how she would have turned out that way. It's really kind of crazy how like that line is so thin.
Yeah, it's like they were saying on Talking Dead. It's like It's just one decision can change the entire course of your life. And that's, you got to, not to wax too serious, but you gotta pay attention to your choices. And that's one thing I love about this show is it feels to me like it's getting back to its core about what it's about, and this is like humanity's inhumanity against humanity, and like how far that can go, and just the moral tale of it, and instead of just, oh, we're going over here now we're going over here, and oh, some people died, and it's actually storytelling, and I love it. I'm excited for it again.
I don't know where we are in the discussion of things, but at the end of this episode, we discovered that the story that we have been following is just a pea. It's just a little tiny ant of a story that's amongst this entire world.
Local news.
Yeah. It's like, oh, dang. If y'all had to actually fight somebody, like what we just saw, y'all would lose. Mm-hmm. No matter how ruthless you are, y'all will lose.
So before we get too deep into that, let's backtrack a little bit. So Michonne, she stabbed him with a fork. She lets the others out before she goes after him. That just kind of shows who she is as a character. Like, she's not about vengeance. She's not going to do it herself. She's smart. She knows that she's still tripping balls, and she needs people to back her up.
I thought she was tripping there too. I don't think she really stabbed him.
I just thought about that for a second. So then they found the boat. He burned the boat before he went in there, apparently. So that was stupid of him to burn the boat. I don't know, but anyway.
Yeah, so
I get it though.
Yeah.
Are we at that part of the discussion where we talk about what she found?
Almost.
Okay.
All right, so do you guys buy? Would you have let Virgil live?
Yes.
Like, as far as it's Gandalf, Gollum. Yeah, Smeagol. What's going on? Because he broke.
Yeah.
He broke, and what happened to him? He's like, I don't know how to go on with my life without my wife because she always told me what to do.
She always told me the right
thing to do. Yeah, I wasn't trying to say that he was like henpecked or anything like that. Yeah. He's not like Chris Rock in Grown Ups. We watched that the other day. So mercy equals peace, and she basically challenges him. It's like, what do I do? It's like, well, you get along just like the rest of us. You try. You keep trying. You don't quit.
It just seems like every black person we come across in The Walking Dead has been very disturbed in some way. Morgan, Virgil.
I was getting Morgan vibes from him big time.
Yeah.
Morgan lost his son and then became a monk.
Yeah, but even like what's his name? What's the first black dude name that they had? T-Dog.
His name was T-Dog.
Yeah, T-Dog. Like, even him, like, he wasn't just disturbed. He was weak. All right, he had to go.
T-Dog.
You like T-Dog? I didn't. He died in such a weak way. Did he cut himself?
No,
he got ate.
Yeah,
in the hallways at the prison.
He sacrificed himself.
Yeah. Oh, I could have sworn whenever they were on the bridge, on the road, hiding under the cars or whatever, he cut his arm on a car or something like that, didn't he? When he man, look, I just know, did he hurt himself?
T-Dog?
Yes,
probably.
That's what I'm saying.
He did. He did have that, and that's why that's why he sacrificed.
Yeah,
because he knew that his time was there.
Yeah, see,
that's a good point.
Yeah, he
good
wasn't.
Point,
and then we got what's his name? Tyrese. Yeah.
Oh, don't mess with Tyrese.
Yeah, hey, he was when he died, I was upset because he they found him in a prison, right?
No. Yeah. Did they find Tyrese in the prison? No, they found him and his sister. They were from the governor's place.
Oh, Sasha? Was Sasha his sister?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the other dude who he was disturbed because I don't care. He got his leg cut off. Yeah, the one that got the other buddy that got his leg cut off. The cannibals was eating on. Yeah, he was laughing.
What's Tyrese's sister's name? I see her. Sasha's man.
Boyfriend. Yeah, I don't remember his name.
Bob. I almost said Joe.
His name was Bob.
His name was Bob.
That's such a odd name.
But he went out like a champ though. It's like, you eating leg. You eating zombie leg.
I was like,
I am infected, you fools. Like he's Count Chocula.
right? And then
Take a bite from my leg.
but yeah, just they all been kind of disturbed in some way. But I guess Morgan, he has a reason. Virgil, I guess, even has a reason because poor
It's
Virgil.
usually when you lose your wife and children all in one foul swoop.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Is that a threat?
Nah, man, it's just I got you, man. You ain't gotta lose yourself if anything ever happens.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, the whole point with the storytelling with Virgil is like broken people in a broken world, and which is also when and if we get back on the Westworld kick, broken world. But yeah, I mean that's storytelling is broken people in a situation trying to do the best they can. And I mean, and that's real life too. Just people are trying to do the best they can, kindness, all that good stuff.
Now, is it even relevant for Michonne to even still be gone, considering that I feel like the war with the Whispers is coming to an end?
Oh, it's
Especially with Alpha dead already.
It's about to
We get in there. I got something to say about that.
Okay.
But we need to. So she finds the boots, and you had something to say about that earlier.
Oh
right?
yeah, just my thing is, was it a
Sniffed
phone?
his boots.
Was it a phone that?
Yeah, they went back to the old ship. And he said it had washed up.
Yeah.
been there the whole time.
Yeah.
Would Rick have been the one to have carved that because it had been last time he seen Judith,
That's a good question.
she was young and it seemed like that this was a more current depiction of what Judith would look like.
Yeah,
Judith,
so Yvette Nicole Brown called that out on Talking Dead, and Scott Gimple was on there, and he was like, "Oh, well, so apparently they screwed up," and he was like, "Well, he would have known. He's just assuming that she's grown or whatever, because last time he saw her was
She was
when
a
she
kid.
was little, so that was a screw up, and he just kind of like he quinned his way out of it."
He quit his way out of it. Wow.
Last week, told you, ultimate BS right here, guys.
Wow.
So yeah, but also I'm curious. Like, I wanted to do the research. I didn't have time. The whole Daito, Shoto reference. I wonder if that's got to do with the samurai sword. Except that, like, I have never seen them write with any Asian characters. I don't know if that's Chinese, Japanese, Korean,
Japanese.
or whatever.
Samurai are Japanese.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I mean, as far as like the characters that were on the phone.
Equally Japanese.
Okay.
Because that's how you write it. But it's because Michonne is black. And every black person is obsessed with Japanese culture.
Is that true? He just whispered.
Yeah, Japanese culture is just so cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's true.
So,
I never thought about it, but it's true.
Yeah. So I'm curious what was written on the phone in those characters. If you guys know how to read that, or if you know through a reference that maybe on The Talking Dead we didn't get to finish.
What I go ahead.
I was just like, let us know what it says.
Yeah, what I speculated was like maybe like dates.
I don't know.
Well, numbers are still numbers.
Oh, and
Is it?
is
Are
it?
they?
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
So characters are like, usually one character represents one word. You could have like two characters really close together to represents like a compound word like everything or something like that. And yeah, but since it's like out like that, it's just like two sentences. I don't know what they say.
I don't know. Maybe it's their names. I don't know.
And
Except that he wrote his name in English.
is he close to? So where Rick was taken, is it close to where Michonne is? Because I know, like on the map, it said what was it when they walked past the map and it was three. it was three different civilizations on the map or whatever. It's like what, group 1, 2, and 3.
Well, there were.
Or
Excuse me, I almost choked on my cough drop. So yeah, when they walked past the map, there was actually like group up to 5 in the different areas in that place. That must have been before the others came. They had the zombie outbreak. And apparently they did. I don't know if they knew or not that when people died, they turned or something. Or I thought that's what they meant at the beginning. But yeah, so apparently they had the outbreak, and that's where they lost everybody or almost everybody. And so I don't know. I mean, they had enough people before that to have, even though Michonne didn't kill that many people, or walkers or rippers as they called them. They apparently had like a full community there, enough to have 5 different groups of something.
It didn't even seem like there was a lot of walkers even there, just like really in the building. Was it a hospital?
No, it was a science lab.
Yeah, and there almost seemed like there was more hanging than there was in the thing. You trying to speak?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just being polite. So this is super side note. What everybody else around the country, and I'm sure world, calls walkers, partly disturbs me, and I kind of wish everybody would get on the same page. Like,
it's like, really, can nobody actually have like, oh, hey, you calling that too? Great.
Why can't we just call them zombies?
I don't know. It's like zombie isn't a word in this universe.
Right. I will say this though, if there was ever like a real life zombie apocalypse, let's go Walking Dead zombies. We don't want World War Z zombies.
We
I'm cool
don't
with
want
walkers.
any zombies
Yes, we do.
other than Walking Dead zombies. Walking Dead zombies, though, they would be like, ha, surprise, I'm here.
Yeah, you know what? That's something that never got me either. It's like every time you see them from a distance, you hear them. But then it's like, it's not until like they sneak up on you, you don't hear them. It's like, they don't make no noise
shuffling
until they
feet,
getting
nothing.
ready to attack you. Makes no
It's
sense
usually
at
the
all.
ones that are like in a weird place, like, oh, this person died in a wall.
Right at that moment.
Right at that moment.
Oh, what?
Right?
Oh, this person's been
Snack time.
turned into a fungus zombie, and he's just been stuck in this sewer pipe naked.
Something else. Why come? I mean, this is going back, but when Aaron got that zombie like mist or whatever in his eyes.
Oh no, that was Aaron.
Yeah, you know.
Are you talking about? No,
the
that
one
was
on
like Poison Oak or something.
I thought like
that was Poison Oak.
Was it Poison Oak? But it was on the zombie one. Like, was it like some of the?
I thought he fell into it.
No, I thought like the zombie like because what was it? Heck, something was grown out of it. Like it was in a swamp or something. Something had grown out of it, and it kind of like
Poison Oak.
Okay. Even still, I feel like he should have turned to a zombie after that. He should just died and turned, but he didn't.
No,
It
that's
was
why
in his
Gabriel
eyes.
lost his eye.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what
He got a
happens
drop
when
of
stuff
blood
gets
in
in your
there.
eyes.
Hey, he looks so much cooler now that he only got one eye.
he does.
Like a preacher with one eye. I'm gonna tell you all my confessions and hope you don't kill me
He's the man in black.
Yep.
with the hat on.
Right. So,
Moment of silence for Gabriel.
um,
Just how cool he is.
Really?
Speaking of like, I mean, 2 things real quick. Just referencing back what we were just talking about them all having different names. Please just put like a nerdy kid on there that reads comic books and be like, zombies. Nobody's heard of zombies.
nobody's heard of
Please?
zombies.
Nobody calls them zombies.
No, at all. Not a thing. All
And
right.
then what we were talking about, like World War Z zombies versus Walking Dead zombies. We've said it multiple times. I actually had a conversation with somebody, small conversation on Facebook with somebody about the same thing. It is definitely time to upgrade the zombies in some form or fashion. It needs to mutate.
Yeah. See.
It needs to mutate now.
Hey. Oh, wait. Did y'all ever know there was, for Michonne's exit in the comic, there was an alternate ending to that same comic,
Really?
to where it like jumped to the future and Michonne had a lightsaber basically.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
And like
I remember
she
that.
was fighting the aliens that came down and everything. But all that beside the point.
But she did
Since-
leave on a boat.
She did leave on a boat, and Rick's supposed to get more sci-fi. I honestly feel like the end of The Walking Dead is just gonna be doom.
So you think they're gonna be?
Surely, maybe even these people, because we've seen. Well, I know on Fear that they were experimenting with them, with the zombies, and even I think different points in The Walking Dead Prime they were like in season 2 in The Governor. They're experimenting with them. Surely this CRM, because you know how big government.
Oh yeah.
They are experimenting. They've got their own little CIA organization going on, and they've got some just like the on Stranger Things with the Russians. They are messing with that, and they've got some hidden away that think, oh, well, we're going to make our own weapons and they're going to kill the zombies for us or against this other community or whatever, and they're going to make it worse. And it's just outbreak all over again.
That retain their intelligence.
Or they're fast, or it somehow is in animals, or maybe just, I mean, even if it goes to animals and it just kind of like, it's certain types of animals at first.
You know, if they do mutate,
because all animals right now, that would just everybody dead, dead.
I said if they mutated, then they need to go a while without dealing with other humans. Because dealing with mutated zombies and then having to go to war with humans, they wouldn't make it.
Yeah,
but
that give them a reason to come together again.
Yeah,
which they need.
They really do, because a lot of those deaths would have been avoided if they would have stuck together. Like once Rick and Carl died, it's like they just kind of lost themselves and they kind of like just separated and been dispersed. Didn't even know each other anymore. Yeah. And if they would have known each other, then the infiltration of Alpha coming in to was it Hilltop?
Kingdom?
Kingdom? Yeah. Coming in the kingdom and everything, like that wouldn't have happened. And it makes me wonder what, like, Alpha couldn't have been the only one that got in, because so many of them.
No, she wasn't, because that's how so many people got grabbed.
Yeah, I was saying, because so many people got grabbed.
Yeah, because there's people on the horse and buggy deal.
Yeah. And nothing. Now that the doctor dude, Gabriel killed the fake doctor dude that was a doctor,
Dante?
and Sadiq is dead.
Who's the doctor? Yeah, I've been wondering that too.
They don't got no doctor.
They don't really have a doctor.
Edith is also dead.
I do love how, like, I think Angela Kang is really, she's like, okay, now we've transitioned enough. We're about to do my version of The Walking Dead. And they have whittled down the communities. They've whittled down the cast. And now we're about to get back to the core of what it was. And I'm really excited about that.
Which means no doctors. No advantages. Not even a veterinarian.
Oh my God. And that's really not going to work out for Ezekiel. You know, he got a whole second head growing out.
Oh, he already know he gonna die. He's like, I'm just gonna ride this horse until it literally
I feel like though,
kills
but like
me.
if they do make it to, what is it, CRM, or, you know, I feel like maybe they will have something for that. Like,
oh, their civilization.
Yeah, they're legit. No. Like when Michonne in the comic, when she goes back to being a lawyer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got full on.
She was a lawyer before everything happened. Yeah.
Which explains why she's got such a good head on her shoulders. She common sense.
Now she's just an executioner.
Anything else?
I'm like over here praising lawyers. What's wrong with
me? Anything else, y'all? Because
grown man Judith
was a super grown man.
Superman Judith?
She was a super grown man.
Super grown man Judith. In the few minutes she was in the show, this is either Michonne being captured or taken away in some form like Rick, or dying. This is the only other way that it could have been, where I would have been okay with Michonne leaving. Like she didn't want to leave and Judith was like, go. So, I mean, that's the only way it could have happened.
And I don't know, man. I feel like from a parent's point of view, Michonne, go back to your kid.
Well, except that she told her that the Whisperer War is over. They killed Alpha. Yeah. Like, she can't hurt us anymore.
So that biggest thing in the back of her mind is like,
that's taken care of.
Cool. Well, then what should I go find my dad? Bet I got you. I'm out.
Hey, you know what though? Whenever RJ got on there, his name,
Little Brave Man.
I was from the Brave Man. So I was like, it's like you don't even know the significance of that name. Like, you don't even know who the Brave Man is in the story, but you adopted the name Little Brave Man. Yep. I just hope RJ grows up to be as good as grown man Judith.
Maybe one day.
What would he be like since
Little Brave Man RJ? I don't know.
So we got grown man Judith.
It'll come to him. It'll be in spur of the moment. It'll just come to him.
Little girl RJ.
Little girl RJ.
Yeah, he's gonna grow up and be the first drag in the apocalypse.
He wouldn't be the first. But
who?
Huh?
Aaron.
What? I wasn't even gonna say Aaron. I was just saying, I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there that I'm pretty sure somewhere out there in the middle of nowhere, in a little
I need to see this character too, by the way.
In a little nothing town, there is a psychopath who is also a drag queen.
Why they gotta be a psychopath?
Because let me tell you why.
Why can't they just be a regular drag that's just
because anybody that comes into
Tyrese
the town. they kill them, and then they turn them into zombies, tie them down to the chairs, and they have their drag show.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
right?
a whole different show right there.
Wow. So, Quinn, if you get picked up by the writers of Walking Dead, man, just remember us, okay? Because I could see you playing that character. I can't remember what it is, but there was a show where it's like, like a bigger white dude, and he wears like the glitter all up in his beard and has like the whole colorful shadow and everything. Yeah, Quinn, I can see you being very
Are you
flamboyant.
talking about on Rob Zombie's movies, the clown guy?
I can see you being very. I can see you being very flamboyant with the whole puffy collar and everything around.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a huge rabbit trail.
Welcome. Just talking like that.
Wow. Okay. So the walkie between Michonne and Judith, like holding on to it, contact. That was a nice little callback for Rick and Morgan. And a nice callback to see Michonne with the walkers behind her again, dragging them. Obviously, bookending the way she came in, and just like she did with Andrea, she gave it up to help other people who had very nice, like store-bought Western gear on.
Yeah, right. I was like, dang.
Yeah, where were they going?
To that giant caravan that was in the
yeah,
valley.
Yeah, man, I seen all those people moving and walking,
Yeah.
but like,
They're
where were they going?
north.
But let's not forget the prison gate, the prison fence scene where Rick was like, "You want to tell me your name?" And he let her in. Like that was amazing. Like that bookended the entire arc for Michonne in such a perfect way, I thought. So yeah, the caravan.
Yeah. The caravan, yeah, it's a huge caravan, and it was like 4 or 5 of them, and it was hundreds of people, and then they had a perimeter, and they have obviously cows.
Yeah, where are the zombies?
What zombies?
Did you
What
see
zombies?
like how they were layered out, like the big wagons in the middle, and then the people,
Yeah.
and then the warriors on the outside?
Yeah, they're serious.
There was like hundreds in each block.
And if they get
Like 3 or 4
Alexandria, the little community, they thought we got so many people. Oh, that's really cool. Y'all go against that, y'all gonna lose. They will kill y'all.
And this is an excursion. Like,
Yeah.
where's the actual community? How many people? Bruh,
Where
watch
y'all
the
at?
language.
Sorry.
So, I don't know, man. Like I said, it just seems like there's not a lot of walkers where they at, and I'm trying to understand. Like, do they get rid of all the walkers?
I'm pretty. If they have caravans that big, they got scouts, and their
Yeah.
scouts don't go alone. And
So they got a Captain Levi on their team, is what you're saying?
sure.
Okay.
Oh, Attack on Titan.
Titans reference.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I don't watch that one.
See, black people, anime. There you go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we need to move on if we're going to keep this under an hour so that we can post it on IGTV.
Yes.
So we got to run through this real quick. Next on The Walking Dead, episode title, Look at the Flowers. Look at the flowers. Come on, Angela King. You're killing us.
No.
He said no in case you couldn't hear it through the microphone. he had to get up and stand up on that one. So the description, let me get my voice in. Heroes and villains reckon with the aftermath of the Hilltop fire. Eugene takes a group on a journey to meet Stephanie with the hopes of befriending another Slovakia civilization. All right, so this episode, like I was able to actually see it before and kind of sparse it out like I hadn't been able to the past few times. So it looks to be Carol-centric, obviously with the name. And look at the freaking flowers. Holy crap. So she puts Alpha's head on the pike. Like,
Yeah.
of all the stick it to you things to do, and who finds it? Beta.
With his mask fix. That's beside the point. We'll talk
Ooh.
about that later.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Come on, show people.
He's a awesome whisperer. Super.
So yeah, so as she doing that, Negan wants her to hold up her part of the deal, which I want to know what that is. I know you guys do.
Mm-hmm.
Like what did she promise him to make him actually go through all that? His bat, maybe?
No, I don't know.
You don't
what
think
it would be.
Lucille is that important to him?
I mean, he has new Seal. He seems fine, but I mean, having actual Lucille would be good too. But I don't know. It could be just his actual freedom.
Yeah, I don't know.
So also, she says she's leaving. She said, I can't stay here. She says not going back. Do you think that's literal or figurative? Like not going back to how she was or where she was, or not going back to our communities?
Could be both.
And we're about to get a Carol spinoff.
Oh man.
Oh, thank you. But could be both.
I mean, that's in their contract that they can go off and do spinoffs. Maybe it's going to be like a one-off series or a web series. Who knows at this point?
I think Carol should just go
Like
meet
a
up with
bleed into
Morgan and
something.
The Walking Dead.
Please don't. No. Please don't put Carol on
No,
Fear.
yeah,
Please,
don't do
God,
that.
no. Don't put Carol on Fear.
Here's my question about Fear. Have they killed all the main characters off?
All but like one. All the original or main?
The original characters.
All but
The
one.
Oh,
daughter.
She's the only one alive.
Yep.
They even killed off the main dude.
He killed him
Yeah.
off way ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. The
Yeah.
only one I liked.
Yeah.
Well, and the son.
Yeah.
Him and the son. The only two that I really care for.
You talking about? No.
No, not
I said
Chris. Not that punk kid.
Yeah, nah, man. I
Not
hate
that Nick.
Nick, yeah, Nick. I like
Yeah.
Nick. I thought the one that looked like a young Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who turned out to be really skeevy.
Oh, he a druggie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he was, but yeah, he was skeevy from the get-go.
I
But
can't believe they killed him off. I thought he was like the main, because he was the one that, first realized, like, man, cover myself up in the guts and I can walk with the dead.
yeah.
My bad.
He didn't like that. He
Every
didn't
single
like-
time. That's what I don't like about Fear. Like I'm gonna say it again. Walking Dead, you have to cover in guts, or the zombie's gonna get you. You have to whisper. You got to be quiet. You can't just put some blood on your face and, oh boy, I'm gonna walk amongst the dead people. No, it don't work like that.
I mean,
Or you gotta
trying
have like two with you
as
that close to cover your scent.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, come on, folks. Come
We'll
on.
see.
That's why Fear started off so weak, because they didn't go by the established rules of the universe.
rabbit
put
hole.
So,
It's okay.
yeah. All right, so Negan goes back in there to find Lydia is gone, but he finds Daryl, gets a bolt in his face. Not actual shooting, but crossbow in his face. Not a bolt, but a crossbow.
Yeah.
So he finds Daryl, and who knows how that's going to go down. Eugene confesses radio communication. Yumiko and Ezekiel go with him, and it shows Ezekiel saying goodbye to Jerry.
It's gonna go down.
Man, Jerry could be the
You
next
know how it's
person.
gonna go down.
If Jerry dies, I'm done. Like, that's like the next
No,
person next
what?
to
No,
Quinn.
Ezekiel.
Oh, Ezekiel. Oh, we are,
Yeah.
And they're going to a
We already
city,
know- we already
and
know
then
Ezekiel's
yeah,
coming down.
it's gonna be on top of a building. It's gonna be sword fighting. It's like,
I'm calling it.
tell them I love them, and then
I'm calling it. Ezekiel's gonna live because the zombie's gonna bite him in the neck. I'm calling it right now.
It's all just going to squirt out.
It's they're gonna take the cancer,
I'll stop watching.
No, that's
and then the
gross.
zombie's gonna get cured.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
calling it.
That if that happens, we're done.
Beta has superpowers.
Yeah. So Beta gets up on the Wild West like balcony in this Wild West town it looks like, and he's standing up there. And after he's had this moment where he's just like looking at Alpha's head and like trying to kiss it, and it still won't kiss him. So he gets up. Y'all didn't think that was funny. Yeah, my bad. So he gets up there and he's like raising his arms out, either in front of more whisperers or he's calling another horde toward himself. But as I was looking up the episode names for this one, I did see the episode names for the next 3 episodes. And next one is The Tower. And then another one is like Certain Doom. And so, and they've got the descriptions out there too.
Oh no.
So basically, the gist, getting super spoilery, is Beta brings an attack, a big attack, and then they have to recover from it. They obviously beat it, but they have to recover from it, and then they set up the whole everything else.
Okay, cool.
So. It's about to get nuts. So Beta doesn't just go crazy and run off into the woods and disappear.
No.
He launches another attack, just like in the comics where
Yep.
he brings the horde. Like, I don't know if he's raising up another horde or what's going on, but he seems to be having some kind of like Aquaman zombie powers. Like he's just like wah, 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 and speaking to him, and they're coming to him.
Yeah, I wonder how Beta's gonna die because he should have been dead a long time ago.
Yeah.
No, I mean
He's the Terminator, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, want to say this last thing. All right, Rosita. I just want to say this about Rosita. She went from a strong man, dependent man of Abraham, and she started turning into kind of, like,
Well, she can't find anybody strong enough as Abraham, so
Yeah,
she got like
like-
5 to choose from.
Yeah,
Kinda
like-
separating it out.
like Eugene, who was a coward. You had Gabe, that was a coward, and you had Sadiq.
Well,
that
Gabe
was,
ain't a coward no more.
Nah, neither is Eugene. Eugene has stepped it up. Let me
He did,
tell
he
you.
did.
Shout out to Eugene for stepping. I don't know your
It's
name.
that braid, man.
It's that rat tail.
Yeah, so I don't know the actor's name that play Eugene, but hey, you
Josh-
stepped it up. I'm proud
Josh-
of you.
Josh McDermott.
Josh McDermott, I'm proud
Who's
of
actually
you.
a comedian and not a dramatic actor.
Oh, well, I'm real
He's
proud of you.
legit.
Then you've been doing
Legit,
you've been
man.
doing your thing because I thought you was a coward. I wanted you to die in the beginning. I'm sorry.
We used to do a section called Eugene Decoded, where we would just like kind of interpret what he said in his ramblings, and that was fun. But it just got to where
Yeah.
it's like it's just
I
too
like-
much.
It is too much.
I like the way Eugene talks though. I don't understand how the
Yeah.
stuff he says, but I definitely love the way he talks.
Took a cherry cheesecake to the thing. I don't even know what he said.
But he said
cherry
it.
cheesecake.
Cherry cheesecake right to the smacker. I don't know, something like
Yeah.
that.
So, he said
And it's
it.
like so random. It's like I've never heard anybody say that, but it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. It's like he's so country, it ain't even funny.
Yeah.
It's
Where's he
not.
from? Like West Virginia or something?
It's not country. He's whatever hole is in West Virginia that's under Georgia that connects to Alabama somehow.
Backwoods country.
Yeah, that.
So we got to wrap it up. We're gonna stay on the
alright.
time. I don't know if we've gone over or not. Might have to
Maybe
cut a little bit.
you can cut it.
Yeah. Especially in the beginning, kind of.
Oh yeah, we got to cut that out. Woohoo! We're good.
Oh, yeah.
So, anybody else on anything else?
Super real quick, we're not going to do this real fast. So I would like to really see Walking Dead sometime in the near future. They fought a Voodoo Queen or a Voodoo Lord.
Slow down, please.
Voodoo Queen and Voodoo
Oh,
Lord?
I'm sorry. They do meet Princess in the next couple episodes too. The
Oh,
Princess.
okay, that's fine. All right, I'm happy now. Moving on.
Is that what you were gonna say?
I would just like for them to fight something involving voodoo and zombies. That's all.
Voodoo?
I was saying for them to go to Haiti. Okay.
That would be interesting.
I would like to see a show.
Oh my God.
What?
Imagine like
Can we
witch
get a
Doctor Zombie?
Yeah, it's like, can we get a
Big
Walking
Bad?
Dead? Can we get a Walking Dead spin-off that takes place in Louisiana?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
I ain't
please.
got time for that.
Please.
No.
You just said you wanted voodoo.
I did.
And
but
witchcraft.
not in Louisiana where they're going to lose. What the heck? No, what's the point?
We need to see. I want to see some people losing. It can't always win. Good guys can't always win.
They don't.
Yeah, they
This is
do.
not a happy show.
Man, it's kind of happy. Whenever they don't die, I feel like I'd be pretty happy.
Literally, we just watched a man who like accidentally killed his whole family.
Yeah. Again, Black and Disturbed.
Should be your new band name.
I'm sorry.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, Quin, we can be Black and Disturbed.
So, thank you all for joining us.
It's like Key and Peele, only horror. Well, I mean, horror Key or Peele is horror anyway. But yeah. So thanks for joining us. We hope that you'll join us live on YouTube and Facebook Live next Sunday night at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. And please like, subscribe, and hit the little bell icon so you know when we drop a new video. Podcast listeners, please leave us 5 stars in the podcast app when I get that caught up. And check out the website at www.broken.pictures.com and the store broken.pictures/store. It's new items, new stuff, all in right now, brand new. And this is Dylan.
I'm Chris.
This is still Uncle Shifty. And go buy a Grown Man Drew the t-shirt.
Woo!
Please and thank you.
Yes.
And we have other things. Hey, bye.
Price of the shirts?
Oh, they're on there. They're on the website.
Oh, yeah,
Peace.
they are.
All right.
See y'all.